Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Vending. And today, I want to bring you good tidings and encouragement. I have before me my CWLP bills. One of them was the month that we started our campaign to reduce our expenses, and the other one is this month's, which is 3 months in. Okay? Now, and I want to go over these and analyze these and let you see, because to me it feels like I haven't been doing much. I mean, I guess I have. But when I got the bill and I looked at it, I thought, well, that's good. So then I sat down with the calculator and I went over the numbers, and I was shocked to say the least. Now, the first thing that I noticed is I am on a level payment plan, all right? And this is the 1st of October. Which means we just went through the summer, which means my bill should be positive for sure, and I should be making up space October and November, and then December the heat goes on and the bill should start to go back up. That's the way it normally works. But my bill through the end of September is a credit balance of $168.77. Now let me put that in perspective. My monthly CWLP bill is $83. That means my last 2 months of payments has not even been applied to any charges. Remember, they reset it and we started at basically zero. Then I made 3 payments, July, August, and September. My bill in October is $168 credit. Dang. Okay, so when I noticed that, I started going over the numbers, and I don't know about your utility bill. Pardon me for just a second. But our bills at the bottom have got things broken down by the day. You know, like your daily usage and all that. And the numbers are, you know, like this most recent one says average daily electric cost. It's $1.34. Now you look at that number and you think, okay, so what does that mean? Well, when we started in July, now remember, for that whole year, last year, the only thing I was doing was adjusting my thermostat. You know, I turned it down when I wasn't here, I turned it up when I was here for the AC, and the reverse for the heat. But in July, it was $2.05 a day. So you think, okay, well, that 70 cents a day, big deal. Well, that's a 34% drop. After we've gone through the AC season, so then you go, the next one over is the average daily usage in kilowatt hours. Now in July it was 15.07, and the end of the last month it was $8.40. Again, it doesn't sound like much, but that represents a 44% drop in the amount of electricity that we are using. 44%. Now remember, the only things that we are doing is I am still adjusting the thermostat. I keep my hot water heater off until I need it. We went through and pulled everything out of the wall, so phantom electricity wasn't running, you know, running through and about 3 weeks ago, I turned my stove off until I need it because that's a 220. This doesn't even reflect that, much of that. Wow. Okay. So then I go up and I look at it. Now there's a number up here that is the total usage of electricity. And in July it was 437 kilowatt hours. And for September it was 252 kilowatt hours. What does that mean? That means that we are using 42% less electricity in this apartment. And they had already lowered my bill $25 a month. Okay? So, how do I sum that up? And there was one other thing. The July statement was for 29 days, and this statement was for 30 days. So on top of the good numbers, this month's bill included an extra day. Now, what does that mean? That means that September and October, when we should be reducing our usage just based on the weather, that 168.07 should continue to go up, so that we should have a bigger credit, so that when we get into the winter time, that bill's not going to go up near as much. Now, if you take the numbers that I saw here and I just explained to you, and you try to project those out till next June or July when they redo my bill, I wouldn't say 50%, but I would say we're looking at about a 30 to 35% drop in my usage, which translates to what would be 35% of $83, $24, $25, something like that. So that means that when next year comes around, if we continue this, and the numbers continue to reflect this, my bill's going to be $50 to $60 a month. I mean, and just 4 months ago, my monthly payment was $115 a month, down to $50. Okay, that's significant, okay? And just as an aside, I have decided, remember one of the questions I had about the circuit breakers was my refrigerator. And I was trying to figure out a schedule to cut that down. And I think what I've decided is this. I'm only going to do it 8 hours a week while I'm at my job on Saturday. So that means just 32 hours a month. I'm going to shut my fridge off. And here's why. First off, I feel like that's going to contribute to the bill going down. But secondly, that still gives me room to grow next year, when I can get a better feel to be more aggressive. Because next year, when my bill goes down to $50 or $60, now it's going to be a challenge to figure out how I get it down lower, and the refrigerator is going to give me a little bit of leeway. And in the meantime, I'm going to continue to look at creative ways to lower my expenses. So it appears right now, as we sit here, that 3 months into our game of making cash is important, it appears that we're on track to go 42% lower on our utility bills come next June. We've already saved $25. If we save another $25, that's $50 a month on $12 or $15 bill. That's almost cutting my electric in half. What could you do with half of your utility bill in your pocket? Is it a hassle sometimes? It is. Like this morning, I wanted to go make breakfast. Instead of just turning on the stove, I had to flip the circuit breaker, then turn on the stove, and plug in the toaster. And then I had to remember to do the reverse when I got done with breakfast. And the hot water heater, there's been a couple of times I've forgotten to turn it on, and so it's a little inconvenient, but daggone. Am I willing to tolerate a little bit of inconvenience to lower my electric bill in half? Absolutely. And you should too. I came on, I wanted to tell you this so that you could be encouraged. And by just a little bit of effort and a little bit of inconvenience, you can lower your utility bills in half. And they may go lower depending on the time of the year. Because I'm not going to change the temperature in the apartment when I'm here. So anyway, I wanted to come on, update you on that, let you know the game is going well, the utilities are going well, and I continue to look forward. I will continue to keep you updated. Good news or bad news, I will share so we know where we stand. You guys have a great week, and happy vending!